Okay, here's something you don't get to see every day on the light displays. In the daylight, what everything looks like. Let's go behind the scenes. We're just going to start over here with the arches. Remember, this is how we do. Our arches are designed in 7 sections each. In between each spoke is a section or channel, whatever. And if you look behind, you can see power cords going to every one of them. And the power cords all run up. Oh yeah, as I'm looking at this, free advice. You got a lot of leaves. Try to get them all out of here before you get your lights out. And over in the back here, here's 4 of our 16 channel controllers. You see all the plugs and cords, everything's plugged in. Yes, number your connections so you know which ones go where. 3 of those controllers pretty much run the arches. You do the math, 7 channels per each piece. And there's 7 pieces, that's 49, 16 channels, blah, blah, blah. One of them runs on the extra box. The extra box also powers and controls all of our little trees. You can see we have cords running all over the place in the ground here. You have to be very careful walking. Here's one of our outdoor speakers. You can see different things. There's one of our pixel stars. Each pixel star has 2 cords going to it. Our matrix screen up above, it has 4 going to it. Our big tree this year, all the white is on one channel, and then there's 7 channels of colors. That's how I can get the different effects going up and down. If we look down in the bushes here, you'll see that controller there. That controls our pixel trees and our stars and the matrix screen on the porch. Actually, I had that backwards. That one controls that. So there's 16 cords plugged into it. This is another 16 channel controller. Between that one and the last one over on that big bank you seen, it's controlling everything down here on the ground as far as all the regular lights, the little trees out in front, the presents, all that stuff. Our braided rope. Yes, there are several cords running underneath the carpet. Just a lot of cords everywhere. Our snowflakes up on the door. Show you one of the secrets about our tree. It's actually an artificial tree. We've got the base blocked up a little bit. Cement blocks are just to hold it still in case the wind blows. Goes to the roof, and then the other section's mounted on a little wooden platform thing I made to get the right angle and all that stuff. No, I'm not taking you up on the roof. Got our candy canes. Of course, we're on the back side of them. Singing faces in the wreath. Each face has 2 control cords going to it to power the lights on the faces. And then the outlines. Another outdoor speaker. And then, of course, the new one, the arches. You can see the back side. Just a whole bunch of lights put in, zip tied. And then each section of arch going across the driveway has a cord going to it. So you can see how they are. And over here behind this, there's 2 more controllers. You may see 3 boxes, but one of them is 12-volt power packs, or transformers, whatever you want to call them, that power the arch controller. The Pixies have to have 12-volt power supply sent into them, so one box has got power packs in them, and it just feeds power to the Pixie. And then that controller there is it's an RGB dumb controller. That's how I use to control the singing faces and our RGB floods, which actually are not even out yet, but constant working on them. Once you get them all out, just so you know, we've got probably 3.5 days of work to put all this out now. The new driveway arches, they took an entire day to put all that out and get them all set, and a lot of zip ties and everything else. The big tree took most of a day, and then the rest of it kind of over 2 days. You can look up there in the center, right between the windows, you'll see the back side of a controller up there. Altogether, we have 9 controllers in the system this year. Our big star up on the roof. But that's kind of behind the scenes. Everything gets plugged in, and it has to be plugged into a specific plug on the controllers. And then the software controls it all. Makes it all sing and dance. We run 2 outdoor speakers, keep the volume kind of low. Just so if you happen to be out here, you can kind of hear it if you're walking by or something like that. A lot of times I'm out here watching them, seeing if I got anything I want to change in the programming or make sure everything's working right. And it's just a little easier if you can hear the music. We do run the FM transmitter too, so if you're in your car, you can turn that on and listen to the radio in your car and enjoy the lights. Well, this gives you a little bit better behind the scenes. There's basically cords running everywhere. Everything you see has a cord running to it, and specifically plugged into a specific plug on whichever controller it needs to go on. So, hope that helps.